Revolution starts within. To revolutionize, you need to dare to take decisions. Making decisions or choosing something which is important to you is always important. As simple as choosing from a college to join or to a job offer to accept, or taking bigger decisions such as choosing a life partner or choosing a career option. Hi, my name is Raja Pantham. I'm an entrepreneur. My journey started in a small town called Ramagundam. Many of you must not be knowing it. This is a riverside town which produces coal and electricity to the whole nation. The town was small. It was not so gorgeous. It's not fabulous, but it was close to my heart. I loved that place because I had friends there. I have my business, my family, everything was settled there. But the problem is, whenever I find a comfort zone, I'll be the most uncomfortable person in any of those comfort zones. So as usually the business was growing, I'm settled, I was bachelor, I was enjoying my life, I had friends. But the point is, in my mind, I always believed that I am here for bigger things. I am here to make a bigger impact. Those thoughts were always running in my mind. But as time passes, the pressure started mounting on me. After some years, I got married and I had a daughter. So now the zeal of doing something bigger, moving out from that place to a bigger place or such as Hyderabad is growing. I was having sleepless nights. Because I got married, the stakes are too high. Now it's not just my decision. My decision is going to impact my family in either ways. So what I did, I tried to discuss with my friends and all of them said no. For them, it's a big gamble. Yes, indeed, they were true to some extent. But I was ready to take that gamble of leaving your comfortable place, leaving your area where you have grown up, you know every single person, to an unknown territory to start your own journey. So this was like, I was clueless, I was confused, I was drowning in ocean of thoughts. One day, I gathered courage and I wanted to discuss with my wife. Why I would like to discuss with my wife? Because I had two options. I had left with two choices. The first one is, I go out and pursue my dreams, putting my family at risk. Or I suppress my feelings, playing safe for the sake of my family. I couldn't decide. Though I have experience, though I have discussed, though I have thought for this for many years, I couldn't decide. So I thought I better discuss with my wife. One day, I gathered courage and I started sharing this to my wife, that all my dreams and whatever I wanted to do by moving out of that place. Honestly, I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do, but I just want to go out of that place because I always, deep down in my heart, I always believed that I can play in a bigger arena. I was looking for a bigger canvas to paint my future. So the conversation went like this. I explained this to my wife, and my wife, being a homemaker, having a 2.5-year-old daughter, I was really waiting for her response. And she just told one line. That day, I still remember that line. She said, Raja, if you believe in your dreams, I believe in you. No matter what, I'll be with you. Trust me, that one line has gave me clarity. That one line has given me confidence to move mountains. Forget about moving out of that town. You know why? At that point in time, my wife is 6 months pregnant and having a daughter to take care. And she was standing there to support me. When I have a life partner who shares my vision, shares my dream, and to support me, I can do anything. With that thought, we moved from that town in the same month to Hyderabad, a land of opportunities. That's how the decision making, my decision making started. Then, as I am doing business, it was a struggle with little money in hand. In a big city called Hyderabad, may not be as big as Delhi, I'm sure, but it was big for me who has come from a small town. I was started businesses. Slowly, I started businesses. I am taking care of my family. I'm not making a fortune, but I'm making a living there. So after a certain period, after a couple of years, I realized I want to grow business. To grow business, I need more connections. From where do I get connections? By doing networking. To do networking, I need to go out and meet people. And friends, that's a big roadblock. Why? I was an introvert, a shy guy who never went out and met people actually. I feel worried, insecure, tensed before I say hello to anyone. I don't know how to start a conversation. I did not know actually how to respond when someone says hello to me. I was not a networker at all. I vividly remember one incident where I've been invited to a big conference in a five-star hotel where hundreds of people, completely a room full of business owners in all the blazers, suits, tucked in their best dress for the occasion, speaking in English, talking to each other, exchanging cards, doing networking. But me, I was standing in a corner, could not able to say hello to at least one person. I was not able to smile. I was not able to shake hands. I was not able to exchange cards. They were talking about their business. When my turn came to talk about my business, to give an elevator pitch, all the practice, all the 100 times what I practiced in my mind went into drain. Though the room was chilling with AC, my throat got dry. I couldn't utter a word there. I felt humiliated. I felt embarrassed. While going home, I've decided why this is happening to me. I realized the fear is taking over my emotions. My past is coming in front of me and standing and obstructing me to go to future. So that day, the second decision I've taken, that networking is something which everyone can learn. Networking is just a skill anyone and everyone can learn. So I started attending workshops. I started going to conferences. Shamelessly, whoever I started meeting, I said hello for the first time. So that's how I overcame that fear of networking, from a shy guy to a guy who, if you meet me outside, I'm the one who says hello first. So that's how I become a networker. That's how I mastered networking. Fine. Moved from Ramagunda to Hyderabad, started meeting people, started networking. What next? As I said, when things are good, they are not good enough for me. As I mentioned in the beginning, my uncomfortable zones are my comfortable zones. Whenever I feel everything is fine, I feel starting uncomfortable. So when business is set, everything is going fine, I decided to take a leap. What next is the question always goes in my mind, resounds in my mind. So we had a couple of businesses. So I wanted to grow those businesses by taking help of some marketing agency. Way back in 2016, I started hunting for a good marketing agency which can help me grow my business. My hunt was going on. Either I'm meeting the big guys who charge a bomb, which we couldn't afford, or freelancers which never understood my goals and objectives, and they never bother about my timelines. This is so frustrating. When I'm ready to pay money to hire an agency, there is hardly any agency which supports small and medium businesses. The hunt was going on, and after certain period, when I was at home, I was just contemplating. So that moment, I've decided to start my own marketing agency. What if I don't find a marketing agency? Why not I start my marketing agency? As excited the idea, I'm excited by this idea, and went ahead and discussed with my peers, partners, and friends. As usually, they said no. They all told me one thing: marketing is not your cup of tea. How can you start a marketing agency? Some went ahead, who knows my past, said, you've been a techie guy all your life, you've been working with computers, how can you help your business, help others' businesses grow by starting a marketing agency? And as usually, I've taken their no for a no. I went ahead and I picked two guys who are passionate. I started a marketing agency. Before that, what I did, I've joined classes, I've joined webinars of best of the expert across the globe, who are greater than the greatest, sitting in US, California. I've taken their sessions, I've joined their programs, I've understood the core marketing skills, and I blended with my 2 decades of experience, and I started working. As every business in the beginning, we were not doing that great. Finding clients was difficult. But over a period of time, the more we are delivering the results to our clients, they were referring us to others. We started getting referrals, we started getting recognitions, we started getting awards. Even I was getting invitations to give deliver sessions in BBA colleges and MBA colleges. So these are the three phases of my life. A small town boy who started his journey somewhere in Ramagundam, coming to Hyderabad, becoming a CEO of a couple of businesses. Now I handle more than 5 businesses with ease. I manage bigger teams. We collaborate with global brands, and I travel across the world to deliver sessions. This is not about success, my dear friends. This is about not giving up attitude. This is not at all about falling down. This is about raising up after you fall. What is that I've learned from these experience or this journey? Very first thing, you should have dare to take decisions. And secondly, you should never ever listen to no-sayers. You are surrounded with people, even though they have not done what you are going to do, they will say you can't do. Don't listen to them. And when I say dare to take decisions, it's always quite daunting to take decisions. But remember, there are no right decisions, there are no wrong decisions. There are only decisions which you have taken or not taken. Secondly, taking risks. Even when I didn't know how things work, how business work, I've started taking risk because I realized the biggest risk is not taking risk at all. Thirdly, why we have started a marketing agency which is making news all over nowadays? Because I strongly believe when we do not find a solution, be a solution. When we couldn't find a solution, we wanted to be the solution. This is what is all about my journey. But before I leave the stage, I would like to close this with one line. We all want to be awesome, but remember, you can be flawsome. You can have flaws, as everyone has. You can do mistakes. You can learn from them. So friends, be flawsome, embrace flaws, celebrate life, and start your remarkable journey of entrepreneurship. Thank you so much.